Welcome to Manifest Gratitude. I'm your host, Eleanor Murky. Before we get into our conversation today, I would like for you to do something for me. Hit the like button and share this podcast with a friend. And give me feedback on what you think of these podcasts and how they affect you. Manifesting gratitude. We're in such a time right now that we have to find ways to process our living, to live the kind of life we want without being overwhelmed with fear or the gloom and doom that we see all around us in newscasts and people sharing, talking to each other, even in the pews of the church where we go to get our hope. We are talking about the things that are happening in our environment, what's happening with the political process. But I believe that things happen to remind us, to stir us up, to remove the complacency, to make us aware of who we are and what we need to do. Now, I have chosen to look at gratitude, the things that I am grateful for, what has brought me throughout my life, things that even when I didn't recognize them at the time, but when you reflect on them, sometimes you go, man, I just made it through that. Now, it was the grace that helped you make it through a difficult time. So, we have talked about this before, but you can't talk about it enough. So, as we deal in our lives today with our family, with our jobs, with just our environment, everywhere and in every situation that we are involved in, we need to make a choice. We can join in what I call the water cooler talk, the griping about how horrible things are. I'm not telling you to ignore life, but put another piece into your daily experiences and what you are talking about. And as I talk about manifest gratitude, that's what you put into your situation. As you talk with friends, or if you're working around the cool water cooler, as we always say, think about the experiences that you've had, the thing that have brought you from point A to point F or to point Z. Think about those things. Think about how you felt sometimes that you thought it was a miss, a narrow miss. Just like you could have fell off of the side of the road or swiped a car or hit a pedestrian, something that, or just made it through a particular bill experience or something on your job that you weren't sure about, but yet it came through. Think about those things and what you felt, that rush of adrenaline that just made you, oh, take a breath and picked you up. That's a part of gratitude. So being thankful for, there's no other way to talk about it other than being thankful for little things before you get to the much larger. Because it's like gratitude, it's like the baby steps. Sometimes it comes all at once, but when practicing or manifesting gratitude, it doesn't just fall out of the sky, appear like Houdini. It is a practice. When you manifest, it is something that you are making or that you are working with to cultivate into your life. So when you're manifesting gratitude, and this is important. I've talked about this before, but it appears that things are changing. We are constantly now seem like being bombarded with things that make you want to just pull the covers up over your head or shut your eyes and don't see it. Rather you see it, rather you feel it, it is still happening. So as you manifest gratitude, you must cultivate it. It is like planting a seed. First, you identify the outcome. What do you want as you manifest gratitude? Because that's like a muscle that you're building or a seed that you're planting about the things that have been pleasant in your life, the things that you made it through, even if it was difficult, sometimes pleasant, sometimes difficult. Sometimes you did not even know if you were going to make it through a particular situation. But one thing I learned that you cannot, an idea cannot occupy the same space at the same time. You cannot post the existence and praise it at the same time. One comes and then the other. They can't come together. So when you're thinking about what you want, and we know that it is better, more productive to give praise and thanks to what it is you're wanting to accomplish, to give praise and thanks to where you have come, where you have been, the benefits of life in general, even the near misses that you've had in your life. So when you're talking manifest gratitude, it's a practice. So identify what it is that you want. You know, you have got through some of the misses, things have happened, but you can plan it how you want your life to go, the things that you want for your family. So create a gratitude ritual for you, for your family. Even if you don't gather your family together and say, this is what we're going to do, you can do it in your mind for them because it is what you want to see, the family you want to see, the life you want to cultivate, the job, whatever experiences that you want to experience, that you want to go through. It's you, and you're using gratitude by creating a ritual that you go through each day, whether you're doing a journal, whether it's just a simple prayer, whether it's a thought, whether it's a plan that you have decided that this is how I'm going to do it. And in that process, and in everything, as we talk about gratitude, it is giving thanks. And you're not walking around thinking, no, it's just a practice, it's a thought, it's an identity that you create, that you want to use to celebrate the good, celebrate the things that you want, and even to celebrate the bitterness that can come in an experience, in a taste. Do it all knowing where you want to go and using gratitude and thanking people in your life, coming up with certain rituals where you have a gratitude sticky note that you leave on the refrigerator for somebody, you leave on the door, on a car windshield, on a coworker's desk or machine. It's something that you are doing and you are cultivating it, manifesting it, you are growing it, you are thinking and reading about things that bring about the gratitude mental thought. It becomes a mindset that whatever situation you find yourself, you look for the good. You look for something to be grateful for. And as the time, and in this time that we are in, the things that are happening, I mean, we have never been, I mean, it has happened before, but I dare to say that a lot of us have never experienced the things that are happening in our lives, the leadership, what's happening in our day to day living, the number of right now, we are experiencing such a uptake in youthful violence. You know, people, young people, just driving up and shooting up the corner and stuff. In all of that, you can still find a way in terms of instead of, oh Lord, what's happening? What's going to become of this world? Give thanks for it. Begin to give thanks for what you would like to see the world become, what you would like to see your community and your city and state become. One thing about that, it starts with you. Everything in your world, as my mentor and pastor used to say, it all begins and ends with you. What you establish within you, within your family, what you accept, and what you reject. And in all of that, make sure, rather, whatever it is that you're accepting or rejecting, you're giving thanks for it. And you would say, if it's negative, why am I giving thanks? Because it's an experience. It's an experience that you can look back at it, that you came through it. And there's always room for that. And even when you're going through some of the worst times, think and give thanks and praise for the little times. If it's just a little bitty time, give thanks for it. Grow it's a seed. Gratitude is a seed. Manifesting gratitude is a seed of gratitude that you manifest in your life. And going forward in some of our other podcasts, we will give a simple lesson of just a few minutes that expresses or give examples of how to manifest gratitude. And one way of starting it out, whether it's a program or not, is to give thank you. Thank you to people around you. Thank you for things when you do your meal. Thank you for the meal. Thank you for the hands that created it. Even going back to the people that grew the food, that prepare the food for the market so that you can buy it. Give thanks for the storms of life and the things that's happening. Here we have had so many storms, so many trees, so many homes. But you know, when you look back, you can still be grateful because you weren't in or were nobody in your family was killed or injured in those situations. So, manifesting gratitude is not something we just talk about once a week, but we will practice the gratitude. We'll have information up with the gratitude journal that we offered some months ago that we would like to re-offer that again. It's free. You just print it out and you use it, and it gives you some pointers in creating that gratitude journal so that you would have something that you can look back at. So, manifesting gratitude with Eleanor Murphy. Like this podcast, share it, and you can find it on Facebook and YouTube as you share it with a friend, with friends. Manifesting gratitude with Eleanor Murkey and Merck Resource. Thank you